Hi guys. Hello. It's Stephanie Grams and better late than never. So it's almost 9 o'clock p.m. So I thought I'd better get on and get today's sewing business tip going. It is August 30th, 2021. And you'll have to excuse the noise in the background behind this curtain because I have my embroidery machine going. And then I'm getting ready to use my HTV, my Brother Design and Cut to work on some orders. But the embroidery machine is going, so I've just had a very busy day today. So busy, productive. All right, guys. So today, for your sewing business tip, and this is a series, and there's only one day left in this series. So if you're interested in knowing more about the series, please go to stephaniegrams.com. Get on my newsletter list. The newsletter is free. I also have a private group where we talk all things memory bear and sentimental sewing business related. So if you already sew and sell, maybe you just want to expand your business or have questions about certain things, that's fine. And then, yes, somebody asked me if I teach you to sew memory bear. I have a very unique way that I sew all of my 9-piece memory bears, and I am going to be doing a live class on how I do that. That is a paid class, and I think it's going to be worth your time. It'll save you some money in the long run and save you a lot of frustration. So, moving on. Finances. The topic for tonight is definitely sewing business and finances. Sewing is a very expensive hobby to keep. I know for a fact I've been sewing since I was 7 years old, and I started out using the thread needles, like hand needles, and fabric scraps from my paternal grandma and my mother. And so if you don't know much about me, I do share my story on my website. I share how I started sewing and how the death of my youngest daughter led me into this type of business, and how the Lord took all of this experience in my life and brought me to where I am today. So yes, I am a faith-based business. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is invited. I just wanted to let you know where I stand. And if you ever have questions about that, please let me know. But as far as finances go, sewing is expensive. Fabric is not cheap. Fabric is very expensive unless you have coupons or discount codes, which are very hard to find, I think, nowadays. Because even when I use a coupon, I'm not saving a lot of money. Even when it's like 50 or 60% off, it still adds up rather quickly. That is one of the bonuses of having a memory bear and sentimental sewing business, is that you don't have to spend a bunch of money on fabric. But saying that, you do have other expenses. You have different types of sewing machines that you can purchase. The one that I have behind me, behind the curtain, is a basic Brother machine. Let me see. Which one is that? You can see my machine, embroidery machine going. But it's a Brother 2517. I can't see the first part of it, but that's over there. Then I have another sewing machine that has been giving me fits. This machine, I love using this machine I'm about to show you. But again, it's giving me some fits, and I've been trying to find online help to fix the little fit it's giving me. But it's the Brother Runway. I really do like Brother products. Everything I own is a Brother product. And the reason it's a Brother product, for one, I can, and this goes to finances, I can get them on budget on a payment plan. And so if you don't have to go in debt for your business, I say that is fantastic. My sewing machine that my husband got me back in 2017, that was a gift. So he asked me what I wanted for, my anniversary, I think it was. And I'm like, you know what? I would like a sewing machine. Any sewing machine, as long as it works. I just would like to have a sewing machine that works. And so he went and bought me the Brother, and I've always been okay with the Brother machine. I mean, I do have a goal of one day owning an industrial machine, but that's not today and tomorrow. So I'm just trying to let you know that You do not have to spend a lot of money to get started in this type of business. Just make sure you have a good working sewing machine. I really recommend that you do not hand sew memory bears. That is a disaster waiting to happen. Again, you know your customers, you know your selling point. I'm just giving you some advice that has worked for me. I don't give legal advice. I don't give tax advice. I'm not giving you any advice as long as nothing legal, nothing tax related, none of that. You build your business the best way that works for you and your budget. Okay, finances. So we talked about getting started with your sewing machines, right? Don't go into debt. Basically, if you don't have to go in debt, don't go into debt. Open a business banking account. That is, it's easy, but it's not easy. I did not. Well, I hesitate to go into detail on my YouTube live with this, only because I go into a lot of detail in my ebook and also my classes that I teach. Just know you will want a business banking account. You can use another type of online pay like PayPal or Venmo. Again, use those with your own discretion. And I'm not being sponsored by any of them. I have both PayPal and I have Venmo. Most of my customers send me a check, okay? And I do accept personal checks, but there's a contract that goes along with the personal check, and there is a policy. So I do give you all of that information if you are a student of mine. So an order management system. If you are accepting orders, you have to have some type of system that works for you. Because when you start processing orders, you're going to want to make sure that you have a signed legal contract, right? You want a way to accept their payments from your customer. You want to be able to track the process of the order. And again, we go into details. Everything I've talked about in this series, I go into detail in my classes. I give printouts. I do a whole lot of things for my students. And then an option is to purchase a mobile POS system, which is point of service system. They used to offer free like through, was it like PayPal or something? But you can purchase those as well. Just if you're going to be able to take orders outside of the internet, like if you're collecting orders, say you go to an event and somebody wants to give you a percentage down to hold a spot on your calendar so they can go home and get their clothes and get the clothes dropped off to you. You are going to need a way to accept that money. It's basically what I'm saying. One of the ways that I do that is I have a QR code for Venmo and I have a QR code for PayPal. So the individual will take their phone and scan my QR code that I have on my flyers, my business card, a postcard, and also on the screen of my phone. So let's just pretend that this picture was a QR code. If I have this on my table at an event, they just take their phone and scan it, and they give their phone permission to pay me through my QR code. Again, I can walk you through how to do all of that. Like if this was my business card, I would have a QR code on it, and they could just scan it, and they could pay for their order that way as well. So there's options to do that. I'm pretty sure at least my QR code has been free through PayPal and Venmo. I don't know about any of the other point of sale systems or anything like that. So finances, when I was talking about the business banking account, there are some documents that you have to have, or at least my bank required me to have a like good standing, proof of good standing, and I had to prove that I own the LLC, that kind of thing. So there's some things that went into that. Again, I live in Ohio, so I can definitely give you links to what I had to do for Ohio. But if you're outside of Ohio, I can help you find the links to the state that you live in. And I'm mainly talking to individuals in the United States and Canada. Again, if you are outside of the United States, it's up to you to know your laws, your state laws, your however the law is where you live. So I can just give you my story, and then you can do with my story whatever it is that you would like. But my attorney told me I have to continue to give a disclaimer on everything I do, everything I write. I write for a different. Let me back. Let me rewind. I write for a website. I write for my own website, for my own companies, plural. I have more than one company. I write for my students and some of my fellow instructors. So I do a lot of writing, and I will gladly help you with your help, whatever you need help with, once you become my student. All right. So if you're new here, if you could subscribe to my channel, things are getting better. The lighting is getting better. I'm trying to work with what I have at the moment. So at least it's not super bright like it was in one of my other videos. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for sticking with me. If you're catching the replay, if you could use the hashtag replay, that way I know how long it took from my live to be seen in the replays. I would greatly appreciate that. I like to follow like statistics, the algorithms, and things like that. All right, guys, again, it's Stephanie Graham's information is in the bio underneath this video. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And tomorrow is the very last day of August, and it's the last day of this series. I think you're going to like what's happening in September. So hopefully September 2021 is the month that your business gets better for you. All right, guys, have a great one.